working on this campaign, and I looked at the pay stub of one of the farm workers. This farm worker gets $200 a week. That's $800 a month, right? That is their take-home pay. We went to the home of a farm worker just recently. I thought, this is why I came in, where we had this 14-year-old boy who had just had a hernia operation. He had been working in the fields. And he was sleeping on the floor. Didn't have a bed. Did not have a bed, you know. And I thought, man, this is where I came in 50 years ago. You know, the things are still as bad. If our minimum wage would have risen with the cost of living, our minimum wage today in California would be $20 an hour. In the rest of the United States of America, it would be anywhere from $12 to $15 an hour. Now, 40 years ago, what a CEO of a company made was 40 times more than a worker, the chief executive officer of a company. Today, it's closer to 500 times more than what a worker makes. So the average salary of a chief executive officer of a corporation is anywhere from $3 million to $9 million a year. $3 million to $9 million a year. That is obscene. And as we know, and I tell people, I'm sure that everybody here does this, if you're like me, you read the business section of the newspaper, right? I call that the crime report. Because when you turn to that page, then you're going to see, you know, even in today's New York Times, and there's 2 or 3 different articles there about different guys that are going to, you know, go to a luxury prison probably, right? Where any homeless person would love to live there. But in some of these corporate executives, you know, their salaries are, when they take their stock options or what have you, they go up to $140 million. I mean, that is so wrong, because we know that you can't take it with you, right? You can't take it with you. But we do know that one of the things that they do with all of that money is that they turn around and they give it to candidates, right? Especially Republican candidates. And they use it, of course, to win elections. And so one of the things that we really have to think about ourselves and really understand is that if we're going to make any real change, that we have to influence legislation. And I'm sure all of you know this. But not come in after the legislation has been introduced. We've got to start running our own candidates, to make sure that we have people like yourselves that are there in those political offices that are going to be able to not only sponsor, but to advocate, for the legislation that we need.